guys, Gold Pony here today in the 2017 Ford Mustang GT, courtesy of McCafferty Ford in Mechanicsburg, PA. So let me just jump right into it. To start, for the pricing, base GT is going to start at $32,645. Then if you jump up to the premium, you're going to be at $36,645. And then if you go with the premium convertible, $42,145. And so before I even really start, let me go over the changes for 2017, because I know there's so many diehard Mustang fans out there that want to know that first. All right, so to start, the very first thing I noticed as soon as I got in the car, and well, I guess I was kind of looking for it, but it's the integrated turn signals in the hood are actually gone for 2017. And so it's not a huge thing, but it's definitely something I noticed there to start. The next thing for 2017, there are some colors that are leaving us, like competition orange. I actually really like that color. The color guard is leaving us, and also deep impact blue. But with the deep impact blue, Ford's actually replacing that with two new blue colors. One of them is going to be called lightning blue. That's going to be a new one. And also they've brought grabber blue back as well, which I'm sure if you're a fan of Mustangs, you already know what that one looks like. And then there is one additional color they've also added called white premium. And so if you're thinking what happened to Oxford white, don't worry about that. That one is definitely still here for 2017. They've just simply added white premium. Next, another small change, there is a new wheel design for the black accent package. It's going to be kind of a double 5-spoke setup there. And honestly, as far as what's new, that is actually about it. So let me get into the fun part and talk about the power on this one. And so once again, the Mustang GT is equipped with that 5-liter V8 engine, putting out 435 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 400 pound-feet of torque at 4,250 RPM. And that power is going to be sent to the rear wheels, of course, through your choice of either a 6-speed manual transmission, which does come standard, or you have the 6-speed select shift automatic with paddle shifters. And that transmission is going to add around $1,200 to the price tag. And so 0 to 60 time is going to come in at approximately 4.4 seconds. So before I get into the rest of it now, let me do a quick little acceleration. We'll see how quickly we can get the 2017 Mustang GT up to speed here. And here we go. Oh my gosh. Wow. This thing is amazing. I swear, this thing is so much fun. And so you may be wondering, with all that awesome power, what the miles per gallon are going to be like. And so for the Mustang GT, the manual is going to give you 15 in the city, 25 on the highway. Automatics, again, going to give you 15 in the city, but 24 on the highway. And recommended fuel for the GT is going to be premium, of course. And as far as visibility goes, just like last year, I love the Mustang. Compared to some of the other muscle cars in this class, Mustang has really good visibility. I can see perfectly fine out the back mirror. Can also see fine out of my side mirrors as well. And I also like seeing those rear wheel arches in the side mirrors. That's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, definitely no issues with visibility. But anyways, let me get into the exterior styling a little bit now. And so to start, up front, there are going to be automatic headlamps. And those headlights are going to come HID with fog lamps as well. So that's pretty nice. Then around the side, the GT gets body colored side mirrors. And if you jump up to the premium, you're also going to get integrated side turn signals in those mirrors as well, along with the Pony projection lights as well. Meaning when it's dark out, it's going to project the Mustang emblem onto the ground from the bottom of the side mirrors. So that's definitely an awesome feature of the Mustang as well. Then continuing on to the wheels, standard on the GT, you are going to get 18 by 8 inch double 5-spoke wheels, which are definitely nice. And then, like I said, if you go with the black accent package, that's going to up that to 19 inches. Then if you go with the performance package, which is actually what you're seeing right now, those wheels are going to be 19 by 9 inches up front and 19 by 9.5 inches in the back. And then as far as the brake setup goes, on the standard GT, you're going to get 14-inch rotors up front, 13 inches in the back. And then the performance pack is going to up those front rotors to 14.9 inches in the front with 6 piston calipers. And that is going to be manufactured by Brembo. So that is definitely going to give you enough stopping power there. Then heading around to the back, there are LED sequential tail lamps. And typically you're going to find a rear spoiler there as well, but with the performance pack, there is a spoiler delete, so that's why you're not seeing it right now. And then just below all of that, there is the dual exhaust with polished tips. So as always, you guys know I have to do this. Here is that awesome exhaust clip. But now, since we are around back, cargo capacity is going to come in at 13.5 cubic feet, and if that was not enough, those rear seats do fold down for a ton of additional space. And then of course I had to try it out. As far as the rear seat legroom goes, that is going to come in at 29 inches, so it is going to be a little bit snug for an adult. For reference, I am 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have going on back there. So in the end, I would say the back seats are better left to small children or car seats. Anyways, moving on up front to start the GT, since I have the manual here, I'm going to put my foot on the brake and clutch and push the engine start button. And as far as the gauges go to start, there is a black and white finish, although you guys probably already know this. There are a ton of different color combinations you can do on the Mustang to kind of personalize it. Definitely make it your own. And then between the gauges is also going to tell you a ton of different information, like how many miles you have until you hit empty. It's going to tell you tire pressure for all 4 tires as well, and a bunch of other important information that's always nice to have. And now the last thing I wanted to show you in between those gauges there are the driving modes, and that's going to be adjusted using the mode button all the way to the right in front of the shifter there. So if you push up on that, you're going to be able to switch between the driving modes of normal, sport plus, track, and snow or wet. So it's nice that the GT has a snow mode because this is a rear-wheel drive car, so it's good that it's looking out for you there. Then of course I always like to mention this, like most modern cars these days, since this is the manual, there is hill start assist as well, so you don't have to worry about drifting backwards in the manual. That's nice. But the fun one in between the gauges is called track apps. So that's going to tell you things like not only the 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100 times, even quarter-mile times, but it's also going to tell you brake performance. It's going to give you lap times. This is where you can access launch control and some other stuff as well. So as far as fun cars go, I love that this one has that. That's definitely a nice little feature there. By the way, that track apps feature, it does come standard on all Mustang GTs. But now let me go over the seats a little bit here. They are going to come standard 6-way power adjustable. Standard GT does get a cloth finish, and if you up to the premium, that one is going to get a leather finish, which of course is what you're seeing right now. And those seats are going to be heated and cooled as well. So on this hot day that I'm sitting in right now, I do have the cooled seats on. They're definitely working fine. I love that. And of course, if either of those seat options work quite enough for you, there are optional Recaro Sport Bucket seats available for the GT for a price of around $1,600. So then as far as the steering wheel goes, it is going to be leather wrapped, and it is going to be tilt and telescoping. And so between the seat and the steering wheel, I definitely was able to find my perfect driving position there. And as far as the climate control goes, that's going to be located right in front of the shifter. Standard GT does get manual climate control, but the GT Premium gets dual zone electronic climate control, which is what I have again. Now, since I keep mentioning the premium trim, I guess because that is the trim I'm in today, let me go over some of the other things the premium trim is going to add, including aluminum foot pedals. There's going to be ambient lighting, illuminated sill plates. There's going to be a universal garage door opener, and that's going to be actually located on the driver's side sun visor. But then also the premium trim is going to come with the Sync 3 system. So if you go with the standard GT, you're going to get the basic sync system. That basic system is going to come with the 6-speaker audio system as well. But now back to the premium. That one is going to get 9 speakers with an amplifier. And trust me on that one, that would definitely sounds really good. But now let's check out that Sync 3 system a little bit here. And so to start, all the way to the left, there are going to be different audio settings you can view, like what station on the radio you're listening to, or if you have your phone synced to the car, that's also going to show you what song is playing on your phone as well. Next thing you can also adjust on the Sync 3 system is your climate control options. One is the premium, so it is dual zone, so you can adjust the left and the right. Then there's going to be the Bluetooth settings, followed by the navigation system as well. So that's always freaking nice. And then there is a bunch of different settings along with, you can pair your phone to the car and view your apps on the Sync 3 system as well. But then anyways, last thing I wanted to mention with this system is when you put it in reverse. And by the way, reverse on the Mustang GT, you're going to lift up underneath the shifter and push it into the upper left-hand corner. Like I was saying, the Sync 3 system does show you a reverse camera there. So therefore, you're going to be able to see what's behind you to make sure you're not running anything or anyone over. Anyways, that kind of segues me into safety. So to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags, along with knee airbags for both the driver and the passenger. That's really nice. Also in the back, there is the latch system that stands for lower anchors and tethers for children, so you can hook up your car seat if you need to. But yeah, that is about it for the 2017 Mustang GT. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to check me out on social media right there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.